This is Sean coming back at you, another cryptocurrency video. Without wasting any time, we're getting straight into it. In this video, we're going to be talking about altcoins. So let's take a look at this first chart here. What do we see? What do we anticipate? You see these symmetrical patterns here. You have a run up, and then you sort of have this drawdown in this green box. This is a sideways consolidation pattern with downward resistance. You flip that resistance to support before having a blast off. Same thing. You hit your head a couple times in this sideways trading channel, fall down, establish the uptrend, hit your head a few more times before breaking through this, flipping resistance to support, and then trading sideways for a little bit before the run up to the upside. Is that what's coming over the next couple months? That could be definitely what's in the cards. Another chart here, looking at the total three, and you see we've showed you this before in different charts. 1, 2, 3, 4, then that rally to the upside. Cool off, 1, 2, 3, 4, rally to the upside. 1.2 to 1.6, maybe towards that $2 trillion threshold. You have to pay attention for the total three. People are getting wary on altcoins. This is the part of the market where you have to hold on for dear life, and you're going to feel some pain. But that's a part of the game. If without any pain, there's no gain. Michael Vanderpope's weighing in. He's all in on altcoins. Now, the Bitcoin bros aren't telling you to do this. You know, everybody's risk appetite is a little bit different. So what happened with alts? They dropped by 10 to 20%. Why is this important? Why is this major? Did he sell? No. He is staying in his position. You're going to have to feel some pain once again to get some gain. With these pullbacks, this is your chance to load up some more if you have some dry capital. And then Christian Chifoy, excuse the pronunciation, but what he's doing, he's buying good cryptos at 60% off from their all-time highs from individuals that are screaming that there's no alt season and Bitcoin's topped, etc., etc., etc. He's going to be selling these altcoins he's buying now at an extremely overpriced valuation coming towards the end of the year. Bitcoin bros have the same strategy, the same play. Taking a look at this chart, can you stomach this part of the cycle? Bitcoin consolidates at prior all-time highs. That's what we've been experiencing right here in this channel. Alts bleed to the last support. He's calling for $530 billion market capitalization. And look here, we had this wick down on the alt down to 560, so we didn't quite make it down that low, but you know, we got close. Everybody can't be 100% spot on. Then Bitcoin rips to make new all-time highs. We haven't seen that part of the cycle yet because Bitcoin's still in that consolidation. So once this ripped, you know, alt Bitcoin comparatives will bleed more against Bitcoin, and then people will give up on alts. Bitcoin will then stabilize, and then the alts will rally as well. This happened back in 2020, 2021. If you look at this chart, if we zoom in here, this is the alt market. Alts do a 20% downside. Then we just go straight up to the top. When alts were going 20% down, Bitcoin rallied. And then alts then followed as well shortly thereafter. This is a patience game. This isn't get rich quick. If you're taking these swing trades, you have to understand what part of the cycle we're in. Right now is the patience time. And we've showed you this divergence here. It's a bearish divergence. See, the Bitcoin dominance is still stair-stepping its way up, but you're seeing divergences to the downside, lower lows and lower highs as far as on the MACD. This is an indication that the dominance is going to roll over. Once again, patience game. So from Bitcoin to BB, we agree with this sentiment 100%. If your portfolio set right, a year from now, you will have your dream life. People who doubted you will ask you for advice, pretend to be your friends. You'll make so much money over the next 12 to 18 months. You will have the financial freedom you always sought after. So do you think that this is a reality for you? Bitcoin bros would say yes. The charts are showing you there's a lot of upside momentum to come in the alt market where you can do those types of swing trades. Right now is the time to be in the market, buying these dips. Don't have any fear because we are still in a bull market. Right here, we're seeing a potential similar peak from cycle to cycle. 2017's peak, 2021 peak, the 2025 peak. If you just connect all these peaks from 20,000 to 65,000, this will take you up to these levels here over 300,000, 400,000 per Bitcoin. Is that what's in the cards? You can't make this stuff up because it looks like we are definitely in this flag pattern. The upwards channel is around 300,000 to 400,000. And looking at these two charts as well, Bitcoin seems to be doing a very similar thing than what gold did from 1970 to 1980. Look at this pattern. Look how 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a massive, massive opportunity in the Bitcoin market. This is almost identical for this fifth leg. This is saying up to 200,000 by the end of the year. This could be that liquidity grab. Study this fifth leg, what gold did from 1970 to 80 to what Bitcoin is getting ready to do. We are in these two areas that are eerily similar. And Mike Novogratz is weighing in on what he sees for the rest of this market for Bitcoin in the crypto space. Let's hear from Mike.
Let's just start with the simple things. Let's start with Bitcoin in the crypto world, because we're flirting with that $70,000 level. And you sit here, we have been around this space for a while now. Is there more upside risk or downside risk as you see it now in the crypto world?
Listen, I think we're getting skewed to the upside. I mean, just the fact that we're here at a crypto show and Bloomberg shows how long we've come since 2015, 16, 17. But we kind of got to the finish line. And when I say that, DC has finally agreed in principle that crypto legislation has to happen, that it should be bipartisan. We still have a couple holdouts, but the last few weeks have been unbelievably positive in pushing the Democrats forward, seeing this. They don't want it to be a political issue. And so that which was a headwind is becoming a tailwind. It's not a full tailwind yet. We have governments that can't stop spending money, and so that just is so powerful for the Bitcoin narrative. And then all of a sudden you hear, wait a minute, the state of Wisconsin's pension fund bought $140 million of Bitcoin. And so as we get more pension funds in, more institutions in, there's not a lot of sellers.
So the question we know you hate then, where do we end the year?
Listen, if we take out the 73,000 in the next week or so, we're going to end the year at 100,000, somewhere around there or even higher. Markets work, they create ranges. When the top of the range breaks, you have a nice extension. And so, the bottom of that range started around 40, so 40 to 70, the 70 goes to 100. And so that's a good enough target.